What's up, party people? Android Stud here, and I have the Pixel 5 5G, that's right, from Google, and I wanted to do my full house review on this little powerhouse of a device. Now, the Pixel 4a was an absolute slam dunk, as you can remember that phone. Now, is this one hit it out of the park? Is it a home run? The 4A was a slam dunk. Is this a home run? Well, let's get into it. Now, as far as price, this thing costs $699 from Google. It comes in that Sorta Sage, or you can get the black. And is that price too high? I want to say yes and no. And I'll let you know as we get into the video why I think this just might be priced right. All right, so now let's get into it. Now, it's a 6-inch display, OLED panel, and it is rich. I love the display on this, the deep blacks. I think it's got a better display than the Pixel 4a 5G, a better display than the a lot of phones that are out there, but this thing has an excellent display. It's 2340 by 1080p. So, but you get that 90 hertz goodness right out the box, which is an absolute stunner when you talk about this phone. Now, a couple things. The back. Is it plastic? Is it metal? Is it recycled aluminum? Is it bioresin? Well, guess what? It's all those things, okay? This is a recycled aluminum or bioresin. Got some plastic there. Also, deep down, the core of it, or the bones of the phone, is metal. You get wireless charging on here, IP68. So you get some good stuff when it comes to some features on here. Now, you get Gorilla Glass 6 on the front of this device, which is excellent. So that's very durable. So consider that when you're talking about this phone. You get, now as far as the processor on here, you get the 765G. You don't get the 865 or the 865 Plus or the Snapdragon 888. So maybe the Pixel 6, I'm not sure, but they went mid-range with this as far as the processor. Now, I've been using it for a long time, and it runs pretty good. You know, 765, you get 5G capability. So there's some cool things about this. Now, the one thing I do like about this phone is it's small, it's compact, and it's powerful. I really I do like using this phone because it's very one-handed. You can put, you could do what you need to do with one hand as far as that concern. Now, Android 11 out the box. Now they got some feature-rich Pixel dropped some features, some of their Pixel features on their latest to improve the speaker, improve all kinds of stuff. They added adaptive sound, adaptive charging, adaptive connectivity. So adaptive connectivity basically means if it switches from your 5G to your 4G when you're using certain things like YouTube, watching videos, you're going to be 5G, but just surfing the web, you're going to be LTE. So adaptive sound, they do something with the microphones up here because the speakers on this are stereo, but the one under here is under the glass. So when you make a phone call, it sounds a little weird. It's probably the one disappointing thing about this phone that I don't like is that they put the speaker underneath the glass. And when you're making phone calls, it's weird listening to the other person. Also, when you're listening to the videos and you're watching YouTube, it's kind of unbalanced. So the speaker thing doesn't work. Google tried something and it didn't work. Next. So just consider that. Also, you get adaptive charging on here because when you're at night, and it'll slow charge to conserve the battery, which is kind of cool if you ask me. So, and adaptive sound, we talked about that, how they placed, they're doing something here with the speaker depending on what room you're in. So I don't know if it improves the speaker. Could be a placebo effect, I don't know, or placebo, or whatever you want to call it. But it's a sound trick that they're trying. It uses the microphone, kind of to access the acoustics near you, just then adjust the sound. So the phone will tune audio tune differently in your bathroom compared to your bedroom. I don't know if that's really gonna work, but hey, they got some other killer features on here. When it comes to Android 11, you got hold for me, you got battery saver mode. So there's some cool things on here when you consider it. Now, the battery on here is a 4,000 milliamp battery, and it lasts all day long. If you ask me, I get a day and a half on this puppy. The battery on this thing, and if they're improving the battery with the newest pixel drops, pixel features, man, I'm telling you right now, this phone's gonna last maybe 2 days. I never have to worry about battery on this because the battery is that good. It's a 4,000 milliamp battery. It's probably the best battery that I've had on any phone, period. Now you get fast charging on here, 18 watt, which is great. You also get wireless charging at 12 watts. So you could drop it on your dresser at night and then you're good to go. So shout out to Team 100. But the other thing you could do is reverse charging on here. So you could charge your Pixel Buds on the back here at 5 watts, which is kind of neat. That's a nice little features. Now, the cameras on here, you get a front-facing 8 megapixel camera, which is great. The portraits are bar none the best of any smartphone that I've ever used. The camera on here is just absolutely phenomenal. You get 2 lenses on the back now. You get an ultra wide at 16 megapixel and also a 12 megapixel standard angle or wide angle. Now, the wide angle on here is not what I expected it to be. It's only 107 degree field of view, so it's not as wide as like a Note 20 Ultra or Huawei or maybe even an iPhone. So a little disappointing on the wide angle. Although they give it to you, they don't give it all to you. So that's a little disappointing when it comes to this phone. So I was hoping for a better wide angle, but the camera on here is, I feel like it's the best in the game. So when it comes to just any kind of shot, video has been impressively better than I thought. But I will say this, the speakers on this, like I said earlier, I don't like them. They should have not put the speaker under the glass. The wide angle should have been wider. They should have put a telephoto on here. And also they need to update their lenses, man. You gotta update your lenses. They've been using the same lens since, I don't know, the Pixel 2, 3, 4, and now 5. They gotta, I know their software for their photography is bar none the best, and it's still the best. This is the best camera. If I wanna have a phone in my pocket for any kind of occasion, any kind of an anniversary, a birthday, a wedding, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, this is the phone I want. It's never gonna fail you. Takes night shots, takes daytime shots, whatever you need, it's gonna give it to you, and it's gonna give it to you in a good way. Now, it has no headphone jack, which is kind of disappointing, but what phones have headphone jacks these days? I don't think there's many. Look, $699, so you're looking at $740 something with tax. I just don't think there's a phone at that price that has a camera this good. Now, people say take away the camera and you just have a regular phone, and the phone's not as good as a lot of phones. Well, you know what? You take the display from Samsung and they're not gonna be as good as the other phones. You take that ecosystem from the iPhone, they're not gonna be as good as the other phone. Don't hate the game, okay? Pixel does a great job with their cameras, and that's just the way it is. So for $699, I would recommend this to anybody. I think it's small, it's compact, it's got a great camera, great software. You're gonna get updates galore. You're never gonna have any issues in that retrospect, which is camera, software, battery life, which are the top 3 things that you want. Camera, battery, and software updates. And this has all 3 of those, okay? And you throw in display. This display is really good. Surprisingly rich, dark blacks. Like I said, deep blacks, nice whites on here. I really do like the way that things look on here. It just looks so phenomenal. Let me jump out of the, look at this, man. This is just, it just looks, it's just good. Now, one thing I will say about the display that they have to improve with the Pixel 6 is not only the speakers, not only the lenses on the camera, and they have to improve the brightness on this phone, because a OnePlus, you could crank it halfway, you're good. A Samsung, halfway, you're good. This one, you have to crank all the way up. I mean, look, I have it probably at 68%, 70%, and it's still kind of light. So if you're outside, you're gonna have a hard time seeing this, seeing this display. But I'm telling you right now, in this back, it's a premium feel, a lot more premium than the Pixel 4a 5G. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, everybody, it's plastic. Jerry Rig said it was plastic. He also said it was metal, okay? So you're made of bones and blood. So this is made of plastic and metal. So leave it at that. But it's definitely a nice device. I really do enjoy it. It's been my daily. It's my favorite device so far this year, and I highly recommend it to anybody. I recommend it over the Pixel 4 XL, the 4a 5G any day. Any day. I would spend the $200 more because you're getting wireless charging, you're getting a more premium feel, you get the 90 hertz, okay, and you just get so much more than you would with that 4a 5G. And the form factor on this is a lot better than it is on the 4a 5G for some reason, in my respect. I think the 4a 5G feels like the 3a XL with 5G. I hate to be so blunt, but I got to be blunt. But that's gonna do it, man. I'm Android Stud. You guys know where to find me. Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Android Stud. Also, hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Be part of the party people here at Android Stud. Keep it locked right here for more videos and much more. Peace.